Good evening, everyone. This is tonight's news, and I am your host, Jamel Dennis, and this is tonight's news. So tonight we have a report from law officials. 57-year-old Vance Boelter was arrested in Minnesota. He was apprehended for murder and attempted murder. It says that Boelter tried to run in Melissa Hortman and Mark Hortman's house when he knocked on the door. Apparently he bursted in and shot. And for John Hoffman and Yvette Hoffman, he tried to murder them, but thankfully the mother of the Hoffmans got in the way, so she survived. That's one of the greatest things we can think of, and it's terrible how Melissa Hortman and Mark Hoffman were state representatives. Y'all trying to take them out. And, it's unfortunate because the 57-year-old is in court for what he had did. He took away someone's family. That's something you can never get back, Boelter. So we have to take this as a serious issue. John Hoffman and Yvette Hoffman are in critical condition. We don't know what the status is on their case. So honestly, the only thing we can do is think that Boelter is going to get what he deserves. Yeah. He has to. We have Melissa Hoffman, Mark Hoffman, who unfortunately passed. So this guy was on a rampage. The assassination even got into more detail by saying that Vance Boelter was working with authorities with body cleanup. That's what he's saying. So, a guy that actually finds interest in that type of hobby or things, even though it's to make profit for your family, some jobs affect certain people, I guess, because obviously he may have been going on, he may have been dealing with a lot, but that does not give him any authority to take a human life. So, you're wrong for that, Mr. Boelter. We're going to call you Boelter for tonight. We're not even going to address you. I feel as if, the fact that you are going to be labeled as an assassin who failed because we have such an amazing law in Minnesota. So, they found you running into somebody else's house. You was really trying to take people out, bro. You had like a whole disguise. And when the police caught you, they did you like Scooby-Doo. They pulled the mask up. It's Vance Boelter. Oh. No, you can't do that now. Like, you can't do that, Mr. Vance Boelter. So that guy for tonight has done one of the most atrocious things in American history because, being an assassin or whatever you call yourself doing isn't the way. It isn't the way. Honestly, we can't really say what he did it for because, there's too much going on. Nobody really wants to say why. So, you can't get too political about it. That causes a disruption in our social society today because we think that clashing with one another's political views is something that we can change. So, like I said, John Hoffman and Yvette Hoffman are in critical condition. I'm assuming that they are in the Minnesota hospital. We're just going to have to hope for the best. And, prayers out for Melissa Hortman and Mark Hortman. So to properly even say their names would be Melissa Hortman and Mark Hortman. These are the people that people are going to forget about. because y'all take it as if, you know, for Boelter's perspective, he takes it as he can take a human life. Like, you cannot do that. That's insane. God has a way of making a change. Whatever he believes in has a way of making a change. You know, he's a Caucasian male who probably enjoys going to church. Like he was in the video, he was shouting, talking to other people. And it's sad because now you have to think, like, people in our church can be killers, and it's like knockoffs. Like, people can get hurt dealing with this guy. Yeah, people will get hurt dealing with you. Now your family, you texting your family saying that you got other things like a war with your other side, letting your kids know you finna be gone. That's a weird way of letting your kids know that you're going to go knock somebody off. So that's definitely a question, you know. And, we definitely do wish and bring justice upon this, because you shouldn't be allowed to be in society ever again. The case is going on. It's an ongoing case. It's something that just happened, and it's not right. Well, we gotta keep thinking about Yvette Huffman and John Huffman. So John Hoffman, and Yvette Huffman. We want to keep on just hoping for some type of reasoning behind all this, you know, because honestly, if they targeted 2 senators, then that means that they're doing this for a political stunt. Like, you're getting paid to do something under the table, and that's, you feel me? So yeah, you got the authorities coming from Minnesota. They got to get up out of their bed without a donut. They got to pull up to that crime scene. It's not right. But yeah, I'm probably going to talk more about this case. Y'all stay updated. Until next time.